Good evening, everyone. Phil here. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024. My final consecutive streaming day for the week because tomorrow is my day off this week. Let's talk about how it went. I would say a pretty darn good day of streams. Let's talk, first of all, this morning, Level 1 Podcast covered many topics, but the first was that as I booted my PC up today, out of nowhere, the RGB light setup in it didn't work. When I went to boot it up to start it, it said error, drivers are all messed up. And I was like, so it was because it was a Windows update last night, and it made that the software for my motherboard to do this RGB stuff didn't work anymore. So everyone's like, on the podcast, they're just like, just get this other one instead, this other program, which I think it was called like Sys RGB or something like that. They're like, this is so much better than what you have. Everyone uses this one. So I got it, and immediately for like a half an hour, I put the camera pointed at the PC, and I messed with this thing. I was blown away. It was so good. It has all these different configurations, all these different colors and pre-schemes and things to make it blink and look like different effects. It was amazing. And already I can tell you, I spent some more time before my second stream downloading more and messing with it and adjusting it. I had this really cool setting for Stardew Valley tonight where it just had this pulsating icy blue that would go through all of the components like this in a row. Boo-doo-ba-doo, boo-doo-ba-doo, boo-doo-ba-doo. And it looked so neat. So I'm going to be messing more with that in the future, I'm sure. But thanks to those who helped me out with that. Then, the second half of the podcast, I talked about basically how engagement on this channel has increased exponentially in the last 2 weeks since I've had interactions with Kino Casino. Views, but not only views, likes and comments are all monstrously up on the channel. This helps this channel to grow and get attention on YouTube, which it hasn't had in about a decade. So that's amazing, and it's helping so much. And I have a whole segment that I think I will clip out of the show to put up as a special highlight video. I think people would enjoy that. Then we started off today in the gameplay segment with a benchmark test of Black Myth Wukong that just released on Steam. And we tested everything. 1080p with all different effects levels, anti-aliasing, different quality levels, the whole 9 yards, different frame rates. Then we went into 4K resolution. And again, we tried everything. And in a nutshell, because you might want to watch the video for yourself to see how different it was, 4K looked nice, but we couldn't really find a way to get rid of all the screen tearing. There was some screen tearing, even turning on like the VSync, it still had screen tearing. And I'm like, it looked good, the frame rate was fine, but do I really want to get screen tearing playing this thing when you know you're going to want the game to be smooth when you're fighting tons of enemies at once and crazy bosses? And, you know, after this testing, quite honestly, I'm thinking I'm going to go 1080p and max it out. You know, 120 frames, VSync, you know, cinematic quality, the whole 9 yards. I think I'd rather do that because if I do 1080p, I will be able to have the best response time. Like when I'm playing and I do an input, it'll come out like right away at 1080p. It may have some delay at 4K because we'd probably have to try to find a way to get rid of the screen tearing, okay? So, anyway, after that, we jumped into the new game, System Shock Remake, which I just started today. It was donated by a fan. It was one I was going to play over the summer anyway on console before my new PC arrived, and I love it. I played it for 2 hours, and at first I was confused, but once I got the control, there was like a little issue with my joystick was like having a conflict with it, so I unplugged my joystick, and then we started playing it, and I understood the menu system and the puzzle system, and I started really liking it. I was like, oh, this is actually quite good. It reminds me of like Doom combined with like Deus Ex, combined with other like FPS exploration RPG elements. And the graphics are unique. They're good quality graphics with a pixel filter over it to make it look retro, but it also looks new too. Like the graphics are really impressing me. Of course, I'm playing it on 4K 60 frames, so I'm getting insanely good graphics playing this. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I had a great time for the first 2 hours. I'm definitely looking forward to more later on in the week. So that was the first stream. And then the late stream was Stardew Valley Chill. Continued on in the winter to do winter things, including, you know, livestock, upgraded my barn. And guess what? Upgraded my barn again by the end. It's now in process to upgrade. Multiple fishing trips to make money. And we kept finding seeds that work in the winter. So we started planting these like special melon seeds and stuff. Like, oh, so I'm still gonna have some crops in the winter. That's pretty neat. So overall, it was a great stream, great progress. Support today was good. No complaints about support whatsoever. We actually had a unique discussion on the late stream. Because basically, at first the late stream was slow, and people were like, "Well, are you going to change and become like Kino Casino?" Because those guys are constantly asking, hyping up their audience and asking for more subs, more subs. And we had an intelligent discussion about it and why. I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. But I might clip that segment too for another highlight clip. Because remember, I'm not here tomorrow. So maybe I could clip a couple different highlight clips and have them set to become live on the channel so that people have new content to watch over the next couple of days. I might do that. So anyway, great streaming day today. Had a ton of fun. And, thanks a lot. Now, I'm not here tomorrow. But when I come back on Friday, there'll be a fun podcast recapping my day off, game news, any updates, stuff like that. And then we're going to do more of the System Shock remake on the first stream. And the late stream will be Friday Night Fights, Street Fighter 6, me trying to take my Honda back to Master. Because I'm going to basically stick with 4 characters. Honda, Blanca, Dalsim, and M. Bison. I think I'm dumping Lily and Zangief at this point. I just don't have the time and patience to play 6 characters in this game. And I think these characters I'm focusing on are more my style, okay? So I think that's what I'm going to go with moving forward. Outside of Friday, let me give you a little preview of the kind of stuff you can expect this week because it's going to be a wild week, okay? So, System Shock Remake, more Street Fighter, all right? Black Myth Wukong is coming out. That's going to be exciting. It's my first full-fledged brand new release that I'll be playing on the gaming PC, enjoying maxed out graphics, right? It's going to be absolutely cool. I cannot wait for that. And I am still in talks with the guys from Kino Casino about possibly doing more content. Looks like we may or may not be doing something next week. I have to, talk with them and kind of finalize. The other thing is I need to take a night off, either Monday night or Tuesday night, to do private react videos. I've owed them for the month, and now I have all the information on to do them, and I need a whole night to do them. So I have to take a night off this coming week. Like, I just can't avoid it anymore. So whether it's Monday or Tuesday night, I have to decide. But, I mean, that's a night off from streaming. If I do something with Kino Casino next week, that means that's another night off from my normal streams. You see what I'm saying? So I'm kind of sacrificing my streams to do this stuff. But let's see how it goes. I'll let you guys know. I'll give you updates when available. But in the meantime, please enjoy that big react. The Review Tech documentary from back on Sunday. That was an awesome co-op react over on DSP Reacts. I understand many people probably didn't see it yet. It's 4 hours long. It's great. I hope you'll enjoy it. The clips and stuff will continue. I'll keep clipping and putting new clips up on the channels. It's going to be great stuff coming up. All right? Thank you all. I hope that you all enjoyed today's content. I hope to see you on Friday. Have a safe Thursday. Peace out. Have a good night. Oh, one final thing. On Friday, new soundproofing foam is arriving. That's way more stylish than this old school stuff behind me. So I'm going to have a new setup there too when it arrives. Maybe I'll do a live install. We'll see. Depends on how complicated it is, I guess. All right? Thank you all. Have a good night. See you Friday. Peace out.